Hi, my name is Vance Wahlberg. This will be my 31st year of coaching basketball. For the last 30 years, 24 of them I spent at the high school level, 4 at junior college, and the last 2 at Division I. This year, I'm an assistant coach at the University of Massachusetts with Coach Derek Kellogg. This DVD that you're going to see and we're going to do today is going to be about defensive pressure in the full court. I'm basically doing it out of a 2-2-1 situation, but once you master this defense, you master the terminology, you can take this defense and you can do it on a soft 2-2-1, a hard 2-2-1, a hard diamond, a soft diamond. Man, it doesn't matter what defense you want to go to. As long as you understand the principles, you can shift them over to whatever defense that you would like. I really personally feel that the defense is better than the offense. I know a lot of people talk about the offense I created on the dribble drive attack offense, but I really think the defense is better than the offense. And I honestly feel that the two complement each other really, really well. I know in high school and junior college, when you combine those two, God, the success is really, really high there. What you're going to see in this film is a lot of different terminology. You're going to hear me talk about controller, trapper, taker, teaser, strong, weak, you name it, you're going to hear it. Okay, try to understand those, because then once you do, you can shift it to any part of the defense and to any defense that you would like. The biggest key to the defense, and you're going to find this out, is going to be pressure, pressure, pressure. If you ever would come to one of our practices, one of my practices, you're going to hear that word an awful lot. We want to put a lot of pressure on people. I'll be honest with you, the dribble drive attack offense was created because of the defense, because we put so much pressure on people in practice that we couldn't run our basic offense. So the combination of both the offense, the dribble drive offense, and the defense, you know, like I said earlier, is very, very important. Okay, the basic of this defense is very simple. Pressure, pressure, pressure. If you came to one of our practices, you're going to hear that word an awful lot. We want pressure all over the ball as much as we can get. To me, there's never enough pressure on the ball. So that's the first thing we're going to talk about, just continual pressure. What we want to do, first of all, is break down as much as we can the courts, the zones on the court. Just like on offense, where we talked about the different zones, on defense, we have different zones on the court too. We actually break the court into quarters. And in most courts, high school courts and junior college courts, have the volleyball lines on the court. The volleyball line here, this volleyball line, if you just take and put some tape down, this would be an outside quarter. This would be an outside quarter. This would be obviously the middle of the court. This line right here would be another quarter. So out over on this outside here, this is an outside quarter. This area here to the midline is an inside quarter. This area right here is an inside quarter. This area right here is an outside quarter. Defensively, our rule of thumb is always, if the ball is on an outside quarter, all 5 defenders are on that half of the court. Here's what I mean. This is what's going to happen normally. When most people play man-to-man, or if they pressure, what they usually do is that they're next to their man. Okay, and what happens when that happens is now we open up gaps. I don't like any gaps. I don't like the middle open. So if you follow our rule about quarters, our rule in the quarters is simple. If the ball's on the outside quarter, everybody's on that half of the court. If the ball's on the inside quarter, which is either this inside quarter or this inside quarter, all 5 defenders must be on the inside quarters. I'll show you an example. Just slide over there, Coach, with the ball right there. Okay, go up on them. Stay there. See? Now look where they're at. Any defense, don't move. Stay where you were. Okay? Now, because of the way they're hugging their man, what happens is you open up gaps. And we don't want to open up gaps. You open up the middle. We don't want the middle open. Now, if they would follow the simple rule, okay, whites, the ball's on the outside quarter, all 5 whites got to be on the outside quarter. Show me where you should be, whites, show me where you should be. You cannot be on that half of the court because the ball's on this side. The ball's on this side. Now all of a sudden, now you start to see that middle's taken down. Okay? Man on the ball. Right there. What we like to see is if this is the line of the ball between you and your man, you would be in that angle of you and your man. Beautiful. Right there. Exactly right. Okay. There's the ball here. There's your man. You would be in the angle. We would bring you all the way up to here. And I'll go over this later on. You would be in the lane, in the line of the ball. You would be, there's the man, there's the line of the ball. That's where you would be. Notice how you should all be on this half of the court. At least 1 foot on that half of the court. Now, what did you just do for his gaps? You shut down an awful lot of gaps. You can do this if you have what? A lot of pressure on the ball. A lot of pressure on the ball. That gives you the opportunity. Okay, so this is called quarters. Okay, let me have the ball, please. Come on over. Right there. Freeze it. Okay, now, the ball's on the inside quarter. So now everybody's defensively has to be on the inside quarter. So you would slide on over, right to there. You'd be there. You'd come there. And you would be there. And you're not in the right positions right now, but you're at least in the right quarters. You're in the right quarters. You see what I'm talking about? Okay. Let's advance it. Let's say the ball happens to go there. We're going up that way. Okay. Obviously, we'd get to the level of the ball. The ball's on the outside quarter. So you would come back to you got to get to the inside quarter. Because the ball's on the outside, you have to be on this half of the court. You would always get to the level of the ball, at least, get to the level of the ball, and we would play that way. Okay, 1, so far, we understand the value of pressure. We got to have a lot of pressure on the ball. 2, we understand what our quarters mean. Once you get that done, boy, you're on your way. Now, 3, for the defense to start and to get into its spot, the defense begins when the man puts the ball on the ground. When we get what we call an attack dribble, not a standing dribble or a setup dribble, we get an attack dribble, that's when the defense begins. We don't want them to go one dribble pass. We want to see dribble, dribble, dribble. That lets the whole defense go. Here's what I usually do every year, just to show the guys what I mean by that. Chris, you'll be right here. You have the ball. Alvin, you're down here. Okay, just a little thing, foot on the baseline. Okay, I'm going to say go, Chris. I'm going to say go. You got to score that layup. You got to try and catch him. See if you can block it. Okay, don't wipe one another out, but see if you can do it. Now, as soon as you finish, jog right back to here again in the same spots. Ready? Go! Okay, good. Hustle. Hustle on that. That's it. Good, good, good. Just jog on back, jog on back. Let's do it again. Do it again. Go! Okay, great hustle, great hustle. Do it again. Chris, you got to be faster than that. My gosh. Okay. Go! He's coming, he's coming! Okay, good. Hustle on back, hustle on back. Here we go. How do you feel, Chris? A little tired? Chris is a little bit tired. And this is the thought I want to get into all my players' head. It's a lot more tiring to dribble that ball up against pressure. It's a lot more tiring to dribble, dribble, dribble. If Chris could have just taken one dribble, made the pass up ahead, he's not tired. When you go against teams that got great point guards, they might beat you early. They might beat you early in the second half. But the wear down factor is very important on this defense. So we want constant pressure. So what I want you to understand is we want to make this person dribble. We want to make them dribble. We don't want to make them take one dribble and pass over us or make a quick pass. I'd rather get beat by the dribble, 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 dribble than a dribble pass or a quick pass up the court. So understand now, 1, we want good pressure. 2, get to your quarters. 3, the defense kicks in once we start seeing that attack dribble. Now, we're going to go through our 2-2-1, taking some of these principles right now. With the ball over there, it's on an inside quarter, so everybody should be on an inside quarter. It's close to the outside. We want to get to our spots. I'm going to break each spot down. Just so you know right now, we call this person the controller. The person right next to him, we will call gapper, okay? The person up the same vertical side, we will call the taker. Opposite diagonal, we will call this person, up here please, we will call this person the reader. The person back there, we will call the teaser, okay? Controller, gapper, taker, reader, teaser. Those are the 5 spots. The controller is always the man on the ball. He is the only person in this defense that guards one person. Everybody else is always going to guard 2. Everybody else is always going to guard 2. He's the only one that has to guard 1. Number 1 responsibility of the controller is not to let his man see the floor. Not to let him see the floor. What we mean by that is if coach here can take the ball, put it above his head to be able to make a straight line pass, not enough pressure. So you got to, Chris, you got to get into his grill, make him get a reverse pivot. Don't let him see the floor, okay? Don't let him see the floor. That's number 1. Number 2, if you get good pressure into him, what's he got to do? Because he can't pass, now what do we want to make him to do? We want to make him to dribble. So 1, don't let him see the floor. 2, we want to make him put the ball on the ground to beat us. Now 3, once he does that, you got to give me a turn in the backcourt. You got to give me 1 turn. If you get 1 turn in the backcourt, you did your job. If you get 2 turns in the backcourt, you did a heck of a job. If you get no turns in the backcourt, usually he's going to sit next to me. That's the way we do it. Okay? So coach, okay, I'm going to give you the ball. Don't let him make any straight line passes. Get into him. Pressure, pressure. He starts to dribble. Get a turn, get a turn. Get a turn, get a turn. Okay, great. Hold it. That's a great job. He had 2 turns right there. That's what we want to see him do. That's exactly what we want to see him do. Here we go. Do it again. Okay, this is called the controller. He's got to control the whole defense by his pressure. Okay, goes to him. Go, get pressure. Don't let him. Okay, turn him, turn him, turn him. Okay, hold it. Perfect. That's one thing you don't want to see. If we're going to pressure, we don't want to make fouls 45, 55 feet away from the basket. The whole key, doesn't matter how fast this person is, more than anything else, how tough is he and how smart is he? Because even if he's a step slow, it's his angle of getting the turn. If Chris is really quick, his turn might be at this angle right here. If he's not that quick, and it doesn't matter, his turn might be, he might come up here and get the turn a little bit deeper all the way up to here. Doesn't matter to me, just get a turn. That's what your job's got to be. Number 1 is what? Number 1, don't let him see the floor. Ton of pressure. Number 2, make him put it on the ground. 3, get a turn in the backcourt. Okay, go. Get a turn, get a turn. Okay, good, hold it. Perfect. That's what we want. If you can get a turn, you did your job. Okay, that's the controller. Okay, we just got done explaining what the controller's responsibility is. Okay, now we're going to talk about the gapper. The gapper is always 1 pass away in the same horizontal from with the controller. The gapper's responsibility is real simple. Do not get gapped. Okay, do not get gapped. If we're going to ask the controller to put a ton of pressure on this man right here, some coaches say, well, do you want to force him sideline? Do you want to force him middle? I don't care which way you want to force him. I just want a ton of pressure on the ball, and I want you to make sure you get me a turn. Okay, so if I'm going to ask the controller to get a ton of pressure on the ball, he's going to get beat. He's going to get beat, and that's fine, because he's got to trust his teammates. The gapper cannot get gapped. So Alvin, if he comes and he splits this gap, I'm not pissed off at this man. You're the guy I'm coming after, right? When do I take this guy out? When do I take him out? If he doesn't do what? If he doesn't get a turn. Okay? You get to sit next to me if you get gapped. So you make sure you don't get gapped. Okay? Now, the gapper will always turn to a trapper. Gapper will become a trapper once he puts it on the ground. Here's what I'm talking about. Let's say coach fakes baseline, fakes sideline, comes middle. You can't get gapped. Okay, so now stay where you were. That's perfect right there, because you always got to be above the ball. Fake, coach, go. Boom, come hard, bam. You're going to shut that down right there. You're going to shut that down. You don't let him go. Now, what happens if coach makes that pass there? Let's play it live. Okay, hold it. That might be an old run and jump. Okay, let's set up again. Coach, do it again. Go fast, try and split the middle. Go hard. Okay, make that pass on that. You okay, Chris? Okay, get pressure on him. He's going to go middle. What's going to happen, what you got to understand, Chris, if you're going to get help by the gapper and he's coming, he makes the pass while he's in the air, then you just run and jump. If he stops, then you just trap him. Okay, ready? Go. Pressure, pressure. Good. Good. Continue. Okay, freeze. Good. Bring it back. Bring it back. Okay. We love active hands. I want active hands. I want to get tips. We record tips. We record tips. He comes. That's what you're waiting for. You're hoping. Come on. Come my way. Come my way. I'm going to jump you. Okay, I'm going to jump you. Now, that time, coach came to the middle, passed to there. If it was easier for you to get it, fine. If it was quicker, your momentum may take it and you may take it. Now, what's the rule? Say he got it out further. A little wider. Where is he at? Outside corner. So now, freeze. What do you become?
I'm the gapper.
You're the gapper. You're the controller. Same rule. What's your responsibility as a controller? Don't let him see the floor. Make him put it on the ground and get me a turn. Get me a turn. Gapper now will become a trapper. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Okay, good. Pressure, pressure. Good, good. Flip it. Okay, hold it. Freeze. Good, good. Now you got to communicate. Who's going to go? I like the effort, but you got to communicate. If you get a good trap, you did your job right there. Okay, now, come on over, coach. Now what happens if he fakes middle and goes down the sideline? Gapper now will become a trapper. You go chase him and you trap him. Okay, let coach beat you initially down the sideline, then try and get a turn, then try and get him. Okay, go, go. Go, 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 go. Okay, freeze, freeze. Once he goes, you're gone. Automatically. Gapper will become a trapper. Okay, you got to understand. If Chris does his job and makes him put it down really hard and go really fast, that's what we want. Once he starts going fast, you're going to try and turn me. Chris, you're going to try and turn me. You find the angle. You find the angle. If I turn around, bam, you should be right there. You should be right there. Okay? Get into him. Don't let him go one way or the other. Just get right into him. Pressure now. Pressure. Pressure. Get a turn. Get a turn. Get a turn. Good. 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 Freeze. Freeze. Beautiful. Beautiful. Come back here. Little teaching tip. We get him in a good two time. One, we never want to do what? One, never foul. Two, never let him split us. Okay? Very nice job. Look what you did to coach right here. You had him with his back to the bucket. That's beautiful. The more you do that, the more we can cheat. Great job. Come on back. Okay. Controller, gapper. Now what happens when the ball's there? You are now who?
Controller.
You are now gapper. You cannot get
Split.
You cannot get gap. Makes it easier. Gapper, gap. Okay? You cannot get gap. You cannot get gap. So here's the ball. I got the ball. You don't have me.
Okay.
You have him. You have there. You should be in the heights. You should be in the lane. Over more. Over more. There you go. Right there. Okay. Play it. Pressure now. Good. Good, good. Turn, turn. Beautiful. Good. Hold it. Beautiful. Very nice. Now, anytime you see a pass, an air pass, that's a lob, you did a heck of a job. You see a straight line pass, we got to talk. Okay? Very nice. Very, very nice on that. Okay, now, again, don't forget, pressure the ball. Let's have him go up the sideline. Gapper will become a trapper. Gapper become a trapper. Okay, ball, pressure, turn, go. Okay, sprint, back to the corners. Okay, hold. No, freeze. That's perfect. Stay there. Freeze means to stop. Back here, Alvin. See, he's not going anywhere, right?
Yes, sir.
It's not a hard dribble, so get to your quarters. Get to your quarters. Get to your quarters, then see what happens from there. Beautiful. Here we go. Controller, give me a ton of pressure. Gapper, you got to be his back. Okay, now, up the side, we now call this person our taker. This is our taker. He has one responsibility. When they come down his side, he has to take the pass away from this man in his area. So right now, if the ball was there, say there, coach, I would be on the high side. I would be on the high side. We call this the high side. If I was even with them, we would call this straight up. If I was behind them, we would call this the low side. We don't want to be on the low side. We always want to be on the high side. And I don't want to be next to this person because then it opens up too big of a gap. So I want to be here. So right here. Now, if coach starts to dribble, once he puts it hard down, I'm going to run because most likely he's going to go. I'm going to take this pass away. I don't want this pass to go. Got that? That's what the taker does. The taker takes away the pass down his side. Okay, here we go. Take a coach and just go right down the sideline hard. Ready? Go. Beautiful. Freeze. That's right. You're going to go back at the taker. You're going to take that pass away. That's your responsibility. That's all you got to do. We get a good two-time. We don't foul. We don't let them split us. Here we go. Okay. Ball's there. Go. Take it away. Good. Freeze it. Good. Here we go. Coach, right here. In this defense, there's two turbo threes you never want to see. You never want to see two turbo threes. This would be the first one. I start to dribble. My taker comes up. My gapper comes behind. Now we got three coming to the ball. You never want three in the ball in this defense. I don't think you ever want it in any defense, but you definitely don't want it. It's one of our two turbo threes we don't want to see. So make sure taker, because it's normal a lot of times, this guy might get beat. You can't freeze. You got to go back and take that man. Okay? Okay, now we just added our fourth defender. Our controller, our gapper, our taker, our new one I would talk about right now is the reader. Now, as a coach, for me, the guy who's always my tough SOB, the guy I just love, that would go through the wall for me, he's going to be my controller. He's definitely going to be the guy who's going to be my controller. I really don't want my best offensive player to be the controller. I might the last 2 or 3 minutes if he's my toughest guy, because this is the one guy who's going to be in probably foul trouble more than anybody else, because he's going to get bumps at times. So the tough guy is right here. My gapper and my taker are going to be the two guys. Sometimes you don't know who's going to take that spot. I'll explain that in a tad. The reader is going to be my best guy who anticipates,
who's like your free safety who does a great job that can pick off passes. This guy's got to be aggressive. He's somebody that's got to be looking for steals. My gapper and my taker are the two I'm going to think about, because most of the times my big guy will probably be my teaser. May not be if he's active and I can get him. So between these two, the gapper and the taker, what I look for is the gapper, if they're pretty even. If this guy's a better offensive player, I like my gapper to be here because we get a steal, he gets a chance to score. Okay? If maybe he's a tad too slow, then we have to adjust. Because the taker, if he's a little bit slow, can be fine as long as he's smart and understands to take away that pass. Okay, think about it now. The controller's responsibility is really pretty simple. Get a ton of pressure on him, make him make a hard dribble so we can start the defense. And once he makes that hard dribble, we have to get a turn. The gapper's responsibility is pretty simple in the fact that he's just making sure he doesn't get gapped. If he does come, we're going to trap that. If he goes down the sideline, I'm going to run and trap. Okay, so the gapper becomes a trapper. Taker's pretty simple because the taker, once he comes down his side, he's going to run, do all he can to shut this down. Now the reader's going to have different responsibilities. He's got to be able to read these situations. Here's what we're talking about. Okay. Guard now is going to go hard down the sideline. Hard down the sideline. Here's what he has to read. Here's what the reader has to read. If he goes so fast that he blows by this person, okay, what's the taker going to do? Go. Take that away. What's the reader going to do? If this guy beats him, you're going to come up? Freeze. What just happened? Our terrible threes. Our terrible threes. So if you see what we call a bad beat, where he gets beat real bad, you got to fall back into what we call the umbrella zone. We break the court up. You heard me earlier talk about quarters. Okay? We also break the court up this way. From the hash marks up, we call this the pressure zone. We call this the pressure zone. Want a ton of pressure over them. From hash mark to about hash mark, in this area right here, we call this the cushion zone. We call this the cushion zone. And I'll explain that in a tad. Back here, we call this the umbrella zone. The umbrella. We want to fall back and we want to open up and protect that basket back there. We want to protect that basket. Okay, so if it's a bad beat, if blue beats our controller real bad, and that's going to happen once in a while. Go ahead, coach. Freeze. Now you're going back. The teaser's back there. You're going to form an umbrella, and you're going to protect the basket and let it go from there. Okay, now what I don't want is I don't want you to run underneath the bucket. Let me have my teaser in there, please. Okay, I don't want, he gets beat where we all run back to the key, because then what happens? Go on back. Go on back. Okay, once he beats him, what can coach do right now? He can pass it right up to there. So we don't want to do that. We still want to anticipate. We still want to play high. As long as I have somebody back protecting home, protecting the basket, we're good. Then you're going to stay on the high side. Let's get on the high side. I'm going to stay on the high side. We form the umbrella coming back. Okay, let's go back there. Okay, let's go bad beat. Let's go bad beat scenario. Okay, now, here's the responsibility. Bad beat, which we don't want to see. Back to the umbrella, back to the umbrella. You now, once you get beat, what must you do? Once we get beat, we're never behind the ball. Okay? If you notice, controller, gapper, taker, reader, teaser, a lot of ers. They're good. There's two bad ers we don't want to be. We don't want to be a hugger, or we don't want to be a sniffer. Okay, what a hugger means is the following. The ball's there. Right now, if I was all the way up here, I'd be a hugger. Alvin, go hug your man. Go hug your man. Go hug him. Hug your man. See, if you're huggers, what did you just do? What did we just open up? Gaps in the middle of the court. So we don't want to be huggers. Okay, so get to your quarters. Get to your quarters. You get to your quarters, you won't be a hugger. We don't want to be a sniffer. Okay? A sniffer is I get beat and all they're doing is being behind me, seeing what's back there. We don't want to be a sniffer. Okay? So once you get beat, what must you do? You must sprint and try and get a punch out from behind, knock it from behind. You would come right behind me the same way. We're going to come right to the ball. Okay, give me a bad beat now. I'm going to give it to Coach. You let him beat you. Go. Go, go, go. Good, good, good. Freeze. Beautiful, beautiful. You guys did a great job. You didn't let him pass it ahead. You got pressure coming behind. If you run this defense right, you will get more steals coming from behind than you will the other way. That's what we want. Keep the pressure. Keep the pressure on them. Okay, bring it on back. So the reader, if you see a bad beat, you got to go back and form the umbrella. Now, let's say he goes sideline and you see a turn coming. So now what's going to happen is Blue's going to go down the sideline. You're going back to protect. Now you start to see a turn. Here, once you turn, bam, hold it, exactly right. Once I turn, if he's close, you should be picking that off. You're picking that off. Okay, let's do it again. Freeze it now. Very good teaching point, and understand this. This is something I think is real, real important. Good players will move on the pass. Good players will move on the pass. What I mean by that is, Coach, go ahead, take this and throw it to 11. Go ahead, bam, freeze. See how you guys are standing? And it happens many times. Pass goes, defense is like this, turns, oh, then he goes. Good players will move on the pass. Okay, remember, I'm never behind the ball, right? So if that ball gets there, we at least got to get to the level of the ball. And we have to get where? To our quarters. To our quarters. So that pass goes there to there. Let's see how you go. Moving on the pass, good. Get to your quarters, beautiful. Come on back, here we go. Good players will move on the pass. Great players will move on the pivot and sprint on the pass. Here's what I mean by that. Here's what I mean by that. Okay? I'm right here. Coach, turn this way. Coach is right here. I'm right here. Turn the other way. I'm moving. He pivots. I move. Every one of you guys are moving. Coach, look up the sideline here. I'm right here. Turn that way. I'm moving right here. Every pivot he pivots, I'm moving. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing the swivel. I am moving. So every one of you, every time he pivots, you are moving. He pivots, he passes, we go from the move to the sprint. Okay? If you can get yourself to move on the pivot, sprint on the pass, you are that much better. Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay, now, coach is going to come down the sideline, and I don't care what you do offensively. Coach, go back to him. Okay, go. Get a turn. Good, good, good. Freeze. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll talk about teasing the rest of you later. Great job. He turned. He was close. Very nice. Here's what we got now. Bring it back. Okay, now what happens, we go down the sideline. Go down the sideline. Taker takes. Come with a trap. Stay way back. Stay way back. Okay, you're right there. That's exactly where you probably should be. Coach is coming. Now he turns. Okay, he's too far back there. You can't get that. You can't get that. You're a reader. I understand I read. I can't get that. Pass comes. Now what will you become? You go back at the angle. You now become the taker. Reader did exactly what normal people will do, but you're a basketball player. You were right here shutting down the taker. It went back. Now I come up at the angle. Everything is angles. I don't want to come back flat, or I'm going to leave this middle open. So now, reader becomes taker. Taker becomes reader. Come on up. Come on up. Right there. Gapper just became controller. Controller just became gapper. We all just changed, and we keep it going from there. Okay, bring it on back again. Bring it on back again. Okay, so reader, if you see a good two-time, and go hard, coach, set it up. I'll be you. And you see this guy leaking, you can pick it off. You look to pick it off. If you see him way back, don't get yourself, some teams to do that, don't get yourself conceited. Ball comes back here, back at the angle. They may come here. You may come up. You get me to turn. Bam. You should have been moving on my pivot. You were standing. Remember, good players move on the pass. Great players move on the pivot. Okay, here we go. Okay, now, reader. Now he's going to jab. He's going to fake sideline and come middle. See what you do. Okay, good. Okay, freeze. Okay, if he leaks out high enough, you're looking to pick that pass off. You're looking to pick it off. If he's way back here, you can see it become the taker. So this is what I'm talking about. Coach, do it again. Here we go. I'll be Hugh. Okay, here's the ball. Okay, go hard middle. If he goes hard middle and I start to leak, you should be picking that off. Exactly right. You're coming over to your court. He's coming this way. You're coming this way. You got that? Beautiful. Now, coach, go middle again. I'm back here. I can't do anything. That's right. You give me a turn. Whoa, don't let me gap you. Controller becomes gapper. Got to understand that. Okay, so reader, now, do you understand what you got? Here's the scenarios. Reader, if he goes hard down the sideline on a bad beat, go back and form the umbrella. If he goes down the sideline and you see a good two-time, if he pivots and he's leaking up, pick it off. If he's so far back, concede it, become the taker. If he goes middle, gapper, trap that. Gapper's going to trap that. If he leaks, pick it off. If he stays back there, stay there. Not a problem. Okay, we've talked about the controller, we talked about the gapper, the taker, and the reader. Now my favorite is the teaser. Our teaser. Another simple drill that I do. I always like to start with this. Coach, take it out of bounds. No pressure on you, coach. Don't go, take a seat. You're working hard. Okay. Now I want you, I want offense right underneath the bucket, ready to score. Coach is going to give you a bullet pass. Okay. Teaser. Underneath the bucket, son. Underneath the bucket. Okay. Maybe I'm off. Okay. Teaser. I want you to tease coach. Play up high enough that he throws the pass. See what you can be. Okay, but don't get beat. Okay, look where the ball is. Okay, freeze. Not good enough. Yeah. You want to tease him to throw the pass. You don't think, go back where you were. Go back where you were. You don't think you can get that? I know. So then he's not going to throw it. So I think you can get all the way up to here. I think you can tease him right here. Now look where that ball is. Okay? I think you can get it. Okay? Go! Easy. See? Now you teased him. Now before you were playing defense, where? Right here. No. Oh, when we first started, here was your man right here, and here you were. You were called a what, guys? He was a hugger. He likes them. He's a hugger. We don't want huggers. We want to be on the high side. So if that's my man, hold the ball right there, coach. Perfect. Oh, no, right where you were. See where coach has it right now? It's here. It's not even cocked. So if it's not even cocked, I'm all the way up here. See, I'm teasing him. See, where you are right now, he's never going to do what? He's never going to look to throw it long. I want to tease him to throw it long. The reason I want you to tease him is if you get up to here, what do we do to that middle gap, guys? We shut it down quite a bit. Okay, have the ball, coach. Let's see how you tease. Let's be a teaser now. Be a teaser. He doesn't have the ball. Okay. Now he has the ball. Read him. Go ahead, go ahead. Okay, hold it. Not bad. Try and grab that. If you can't grab it, knock it off his face. Here we go. Good. Now, he's thrown 3 passes. 2 got stolen, 1 you drop. What do you think his coach is telling him right now? He's probably going to buzz him and ask him to come out and sit next to him and talk to him. Okay, so you did your job. So if you get to a teaser, you get to do that. Here we go. Remember, when that ball's down here, I can cheat. You should be all the way at half court. All the way. Turn, don't. One thing you don't want to be, there you go, you don't want to be squared shoulder. If you're squared shoulder, what's going to happen, if you're here, one, you have no vision, then you're going to turn. So get yourself right here. Get yourself right here. You're trying to tease him. You're trying to tease him. Okay. Okay, go. Okay, there you go. How simple is that? Now you're a hero. Your mom loves you. Your girlfriend loves you. She says, that's my boyfriend. See? Okay, here we go. Okay, everybody back on court. Here we go. Let's get all positions. Coach back on the floor. Now, we just put you in a position where there was no pressure on the ball, right? Now the ball's in a little bit closer. Excuse me. Ball's in a little closer, so you have to respect that. Now, cock it, coach. Cock it. Now you got to respect that. Go back a step or 2. Not too much. Tease them. Tease them. Now, what happens if I get more pressure on the ball? What does that tell you to do? You're darn right. Very good. Cheat. Now you get to tease more. So the more pressure on the ball, the more we all can cheat. Okay? First rule is what? Pressure, pressure, pressure. Second rule is what? Get to your quarters. Third rule is make him put it on the ground. Make him put it on the ground. Then it comes the turn. Okay, here we go. See how we do it now. Okay. Anticipate. I want you to be active. I want you looking for steals. Don't go back looking to be a hugger. Okay, play it, go. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, here we go. Bring it back. Again. No problem right now. Coach is the one making it. Nobody's going to yell at coach. He's playing. His coach is yelling at him. Believe me. Okay, now, what happens if he's going down weak side? What are you thinking in your head now? Can you cheat more? Is coach that good with his left hand, one hand throwing it? All right, show me, coach. I don't think so. So now you can even cheat more. Go down the sideline, throw it, coach. Try and beat him. Go. Okay. You got turned around. Know which way you're going at. So what you want to understand, weak, strong, so you know what you can do right there. Okay, bring it back again. Here we go. So we know what we got. Now there you go. Get yourself. Now I like to see even over more this way. Here's what I like to see. Even reader maybe up a tad. Responsibilities. Responsibilities. Controller, pressure the heck out of him. Don't let him see the floor. Make him, put it on the ground, give me a turn. Gapper, don't get gapped, become a trapper. Taker, do not let him pass over your head. Do not let him pass over your head. Right now, go further back, go further back, go further back. You don't need to worry about that because we're in a 2-2-1. He's not yours. He's not yours. He starts to dribble, then you will go back. But right now, you would stay there. You're perfect right there. You're perfect right there. Okay, here we go. Let's see how we handle it. You don't know where it's going to go. You don't know where it's going to go. Over there? Okay, hold it. You never, ever pick off coach's pass. Ever. Let it go through. There, pressure, freeze. Beautiful. Stay there, stay there. When I say freeze, don't move. That's a great, Gapper did a great job jumping. He jumped that, he's ready to make that pass. Who would take that? You're going to go take that. Where would you go? Back as a taker, in as a reader. Beautiful. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's what we want to do. Okay, blue, bring it up. Let's see how we handle it. See how we handle it. Okay. Go. Pressure, pressure, turn. Good, 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 good. Okay, turn, turn, turn. Good, 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 good. Score. Put it on. Put it on. Okay, freeze. Beautiful. Now, we haven't gone over about inbounding yet. We will do that in a tad. Very nice job. Good pressure. Ball went back, went as a negative pass, did not hurt you. Did not hurt you. He brings it up, did a good job. That's exactly what we want to see. Very nice job right there. Okay, let's do it again. We're letting you start right now. We're letting you start right now with the ball in to make it a little bit easier. Freeze! Very nice. Stay there. Freeze means don't dribble. Okay, hold it right there. Okay, now let's take the next part. They're called vertical traps. Vertical traps. Okay, put the ball there. Chris, come on back here. Coach, will you make the pass? Go back there, please. Alvin, back on him. Okay. Two things you're going to learn right now. Two very, very important areas. One is called vertical trap. The real important one is to see it and fix it. Okay, the pass went over your head. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. Okay, now, we're behind the ball, which means what? We got to sprint. You're in his lane, so you will now sprint to become a vertical trap. You will go to there. Freeze. Remember earlier we talked about our 3 zones? Pressure zone. What zone is this? Cushion zone. Okay, when I first started this defense, because I wanted pressure, 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 well, we came up, when that pass came, we came up, let me take it for you, and we pressured the heck out of this guy. I got it for you. I got it for you. We pressured the heck out of this guy, then what did he do? He went by me because I pressured so much. Going to the hoop, son. Freeze. Now, what did we just do? We had our next terrible 3. Our first terrible 3 is what? 3 on the ball, right? Our next terrible 3 is 3 behind the ball. We never want 3 behind the ball. So when they catch it in the cushion zone, now when he catches it, I'm going to play a cat-mouse game. I'm going to play a cat-mouse game. I'm going to bid time. Okay, start coming. I'm going to play a cat-mouse game because who do I know is coming behind? My vertical trap guy. My vertical trap. So when they catch it in a cushion zone, we wish they don't catch it in a cushion zone. I can't go crazy pressure. I play my cat-mouse game with him. Give him a little bit of a cushion. Give him a little bit of a cushion. Vertical trap. Opposite side now, Alvin. Your first rule, remember, you got to get to the level of the ball, but I have to get to where? I got to get to my quarters. I got to get to my quarters. Ball's on the outside quarter, so I can't stay over here because I'm out of it. So I got to sprint back. I'm going to come right to my outside quarter. Now I'm in it, what I call a see it and fix it mode. See it and fix it. If I see a good trap coming, what I don't want to do is run. A lot of times you're taught to run back and protect home. Well, if I ran back and protect home back here, Alvin, right? Come on up, coach. Now where's the next pass going to go? It's going to go right there, easy. We don't want to see it. So if you see a good trap, you come back to your quarters, you see what you can do. Uh-oh, I take the next pass right to here. Good trap, take it. Now where would you go? Now you got both these guys. That's perfect, and that's what we want. If we're going to put 2 on the ball, double, then there's always going to be one guy guarding two, right? And that has to be which guy? The furthest away guy, the furthest away guy. Okay, bring it on back. So, quick review. Vertical trap means anytime it goes above me into the same zone. Let's say, example, coach, let's say it goes right there. Bam, freeze. It shouldn't have happened, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Let's take spot by spot. You two will now form the umbrella. You're back in the umbrella zone. Look where the ball is, freeze. Where's the ball? What do we call that? Outside or inside quarter? That's inside? That's outside, so you got to get to this half of the court. There you go, back forming the umbrella. You got to protect. You now would get yourself over to here. You're going to play what? I hope you're going to play defense. You're going to play cat and mouse. You're in what zone? What zone is he in? Cushion zone. You're going to kind of keep a cushion, play cat and mouse. Okay, where are we going to come from? We call this vertical trap to your quarters, and we call you see it and fix it. See it and fix it. Now, if he happens to blow right by him, then what are you going to do? Then you're going to get back, form the umbrella, come stop me. You got to stop that ball. Say to your quarters, exactly right. That's what we want to see. Good job. Let's give it again. Okay. Pressure zone, cushion zone, umbrella zone. Okay. Anytime they catch it in the cushion zone, we're going to play cat mouse, vertical trap, see it and fix it. The other two form the umbrella. Okay, now let's go. What happens if it's a blowout? If it's a bad beat dribble? Okay, go bad beat down the side, coach. Go hard. Go. Freeze. Okay, bad beat. So you three now will form the umbrella. Chris is going to come behind on a punch out. You're going to come right back and try and squeeze him. Perfect right there. That's what we're doing. That's what we want. Okay, bring it again. Okay. Ball goes over there. Freeze. Okay. Who's my two guys forming the umbrella? Back over there. Who's my cushion man? Who's cat mouse? Cat mouse. Can't let him do anything he wants. Kind of play with him. Who's my vertical trap? Who's my see it and fix it? Beautiful. Bam. We got it. We got it. Fair enough? We're set up in our 2-2-1 now. Now I want to go through what I call phasing. Phasing is when your man is going to leave your area and he's going to cut through. For example, 13 is going to cut on through here, What are you going to do, Alvin? You're going to go with him, 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 go with him. And what's that do?
Opens up the gap.
Opens up the gap. Opens up the gap. So you can't do that. So you're here, good pressure, you're right here. He starts to phase. You're kind of going here to here, right to here. Keep going. Let him go. He's out of your area. You don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about that. Because if you do go with him, you're going to make it really tough for my man over there. So we got to understand that. That's phasing. High side means I'm in the line of the ball. I'm on the high side of the person. So if there's good pressure on coach, I would be right about here. Where are we going to be? High side right there. Coach turns that way, I'm going to be kind of, if he turn that way, coach, I'm kind of right there. If he turns back the other way, I might be right to here. But I'm moving. Okay, I don't want to be a hugger. I want to be on the high side. So if they cut through, bam, bam, freeze. Where's my reader right now? Right about there. Now he leaves the gapper zone to you. Next area, freeze it. Here's the next area. My fault. Teaser. Teaser always has long and opposite. So if you got long and opposite, you're going to cheat over here more. Right there, turn the other way so you can see what you got that way. Taker. As long as they don't throw it inside half court on this side, you did your job. You did your job. If he goes deep, let him go all the way deep. Some teams might do that. No big deal. You're good right there. You don't need to go hug them. You got all of them. Not even a question. Not even a question. Hard dribble now, coach. Hard dribble. Now what do you got to do? You got to sprint. No, no, no. We're not going to do this old golly old job. We're going to turn and we're going to sprint. We're going to sprint. You find the fastest way to get there, and to me, that's a sprint. So you make sure you do that. Okay, so we understand what phasing means. When your man in your zone goes, kind of phase with him, right there, and you're good. Now, once you get a little bit smarter on this, my reader can tell my gapper, because he goes through, he may just tell him to go, and you go trap that way, because there's nobody in his area. But that's down the line. That's down the line. Okay, good. Here we go. Okay, we ready? Here's the ball. You should be good, good. Maybe a little bit closer this way. Good, good. Play it.
I got him.
Good, good. Pressure. Cushion zone, cushion zone. Okay, good. Okay, freeze. Okay. We are pressing. When we press, we want active hands. When we press, we're looking for steals. Not bad right there. When we get it, we don't want to give it back to them. We work too hard. We work too hard. Okay, not bad, not bad. My reader should have been more aggressive. You went back too much. Okay, when you become the taker, go back and protect. If it goes there, now you're the reader. Come up at the angle. Perfect. You got opposite long. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, here we go. Let's do it again. See what we got. See what we got. Freeze! Bring it back. Bring it back. Right there. No, right there. Okay, now stay in your quarters and play your defense. Nah, 31. Stay there. See what you just started to do? Oh, that kills me. You were becoming a what? You're becoming a hugger. Look where the ball is. And this is normal. See where the ball is? Now we got beat. We're in the seat and fix it. Why would I turn my head and go all the way over here? Shoot, now I'm going to drop off. I'm going to drop back here. Look what we got. You fall back to here, right? Get to your quarters. Okay. Pressure on the ball, Alvin. Elevate up. There's your man. Here's your man. We're right back in the half court. And we keep the same pressure on. Keep the same pressure on. Okay, let's give it a try. What you're going to see on this, guys, what you're going to see is where's our big guy all the time usually? He's back protecting home. Our guards are out. It doesn't matter to me if I see a 6-footer on a 6'5", especially out here. If you got a 6'5" guy out here with a 6-footer on him, and you put a ton of pressure on him, who's got the advantage? I think the 6-footer. So you keep a ton of pressure on that guy, it doesn't matter to me at all. Okay, now let's go off the inbound. Now the ball was scored. Now they're taking it out. Here's what you got to understand. A one-guard front, bring another guard up, a 2-guard front, offense. Bring another guard up, 3-guard front, another person up. If they go 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, we will all change. Let's go 1 up. Let's leave you 2 at half. Okay, if they're going to go 1 up, I want you to deny the heck out of him. You deny him, don't let him get it, and you can back up and protect. Okay? Bring 2 up. Bring a 2nd up.
Come on, Mike.
Okay, now if they have 2 up, you got to put good pressure on the ball. Good pressure on these guys. Now we will change terminology. Okay, we talked about different things. Now I'm going to change a couple names. See if you can figure this out why. Balls on this side, you are now strong, you are now weak. You're not controller, you're not gapper. Why?
He's taking it out.
He's got the ball. So the man on the ball is always who? is the controller. Okay, so now when it's out of bounds, you're strong, you're weak. With the two-guard front, we want you to try and angle him to the side. Make it hard for him. Make it hard for him. If they get lazy, you get a tip, but make it let it go to him right there. That's what we like to see. We don't want to see him go, curl, get it on the run. If he does, Taker better be ready to go. Okay. What is weak going to do?
I'm denying the reversal.
Here's what's not bad, not bad. Here's what happens. Work on him, work on him. Now what happens if he goes wide corner over here? You're going to let it come right here? You going to let this go? Not bad, not bad. I tell you what I'd like to see you do. When he takes it out and he goes to the corner, the thing you can't do is come all the way out here, because now you're becoming a hugger and you're outside your quarters. Here, because the backboard's like another defender, if you get yourself all the way up to here, coach turns and look and you shut this down, he can't get it. Go. Start to throw it on out, coach. That's in the way. And you have your readers ready to pick that off. You're exactly right, because what you're looking for, what you don't want to do is extend yourself out. What you're looking for is you're playing the angle right here, we call the high side. If it does go to that man over there, bam, you spring over here right back to take him. Where's my reader going to come now? Right up to there. Beautiful. Look where the ball is. Where should my teaser be right now? No, you're good, but higher, higher. There you go, right at half court. Now you're going to be really super greedy. Both feet over, I like that. Okay, depending on the pressure, is what you get to do. Then we play from there. If they're going to lob that, you're looking to pick that off, depending on what they have. Okay, let's do it again. Do it again. Okay, let's say with two people, see how we do it. It was a score. They take it out. Go. Okay, good. Freeze! Beautiful. Come back. Come back when I say freeze. Good. You're good there, coach. Good. Now, weak became what? Controller. Taker. Gapper. Reader. Reader's got to come up at the angle. Who's in the middle? You can't let him get that there. If he tries to throw it over your head, that's not yours. It's who? It's the teaser. See how we just switch from spot to spot? It's like nothing. But strong and weak that time, you weren't in the angle, you let him throw that. You got to get up here more not to let him get in the angle. Nice job. Here we go. So we get pressure on that now. Okay, ball went through. It's a score. Go. Freeze. Catch it. Good. Stay there. Okay. Back here, Chris. Okay, perfect, right there. Should that ball have been caught there? Never should have been caught there. Somebody fell asleep on me. Okay, now, good. What zone is he in? Cushion. Beautiful. What do you become? Vertical trap, but where did you go? See, you're used to running back. And for a lot of coaches, that's not a problem. I like pressure. I want to get more possessions. Now you chase that to there, vertical trap. You see it and fix it, trap to trap. We got a lot of good things going on. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to do it as if it's going to be a make. They're going to run the circle. I'm going to throw it down right now, make it as if it's a make. I want everybody going to the boards, and then go over your spot. Ready? Score! Okay, now you get to your spots. Okay. Put it on! Okay, hold it! Freeze. When we get a trap, two things you never want to do. One is what? Foul. One is foul, two, don't get split. Don't bring that hand down. We want to fan it, we don't want to bring it down. Good effort. Now, what's going to happen when you continually doing this is you're going to wear them down. You're going to put a lot of pressure. They're going to beat you once in a while. But as long as I do what? As long as I sprint my tail off, as long as I play hard, I got a chance. Remember earlier I talked about if we're in our right positions 25% of the time, you're going to be very good. I'm going to tell you right now. You're going to be very good if you're in your right positions. But if you're busting your tail to get in the right positions, you're going to be successful. You're going to be successful. Imagine if you got to be in the right position 40% of the time, you would destroy people. So you just got to keep moving. Get to where? Get to your quarters. Got to get to your quarters. Got to get to your quarters. Okay, this time now after a score, let's imagine they have 3 up now. Let's see how we're going to defend this. Blue, take it out. Have 3 up. Have 3 up. 1 there, 1 in the middle, 1 there. Okay, now how are we going to defend this? How are we going to defend this? What we don't want is the ball getting in the middle, or we don't want them getting on the run. Okay, so we want to make sure of that. Not a problem. Not a problem. Take it out there, coach. Take it out there. Okay, so you're going to, let's say he's coming, you're going to slide on over to there. You're going to protect that. Slide on over to here. No, right there, it's fine. You're fine, right there. If they want to go there real quick, not a problem. You're going to come on over now. Give them the furthest away pass. Don't let it come in the middle. Don't let it go there. We'd like to see him go up and get it. We'd like to see him go up and get it. Now remember, this is only after a score. On a dead ball, we would man it. We would man it. Okay? Questions? He's got nobody on him. When I say opposite, that means if there's nobody there, you don't have to worry about it. But that's what you're looking to protect. Right now, you're a teaser. He's got nobody on the ball, so make sure, tease him to throw it. Tease him to throw it. The ball went through. Okay, go.
Go through, Mike.
Freeze! Good job. Ball came over here. My taker, he dribbled. What did my taker do? He stayed there. Taker, once he starts swimming, he's got to go back and protect. Can't do that. Would have the turbo threes. Or the turbo threes. Okay. Go 4 across now. Go 4 across. Okay, now with 4 across. 4 across. Okay, what we like to see. You're good right there. You're good. You can come on up. Come on up right to there. You're good right there. Don't let them go over you. You're right to there. See how they play. You're going to play both. You're going to play both. If he goes long, you're not worried. If he goes long, you're not worried at all. Now remember, they got to get into this, because if it's a dead ball, we would man up. This is after a score. So let's do this. Run the circle, then get 4 across. See how you do it. Run it, run it. Score! Okay, good, good. Okay, good. Take it. Put it on, put it on!
Let's go, let's go.
Back up.
Hey, right back.
Freeze! Freeze! Ball's on the outside quarter. I see 2 guys. There we go. Now we're starting to learn. Even carry it over to the half court. We carry it over. Okay, hustle on back. You're going to have many different scenarios when you press. One of the other ones that will happen quite a bit is when the inbounder runs the baseline. Right now, when the inbounder has the ball, you are now what? You're strong. With a 2-guard front, you want to try and deny him, but you don't want him to go over on you, so you want to force him to the corner. Weak would be up here at Tad right now. I wouldn't even be even. I would be up on the high side. Go to the corner. Then I would just come up just in this angle right here, stopping him. Stopping him. Okay, go back to there, please. Now what happens, he starts to go to the corner, and the inbounder goes to his side.
I'm strong side.
Now you become strong, you shift, and you see who's in your zone. You're a taker, you become weak, you become reader, teaser. Remember, you got opposite, perfect right there. You're good there, you're good. Just know that's who you got. You can tease him, see if you go hug him, he won't throw it to him either. So you're going to tease him, but you're always looking opposite. So we would do that. Okay, let's do it again. I'll give it to coach. You do a good job denying here. Then he starts to run the baseline. See how we adjust. Okay, good. Work, 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 work. Now he goes run, shift on over, shift on over. Good, good. Freeze. Beautiful. That's a great job by you two. Again, I get you busting your tail back from strong to weak. You're doing your job. Again, you still have to do what when the ball's out of bounds? You still got your quarters responsibility. If the inbounder runs over to here, you still got it, and you did a great job coming on over. He turns here now. Where should you have been? That's right. You don't need to go hug him. All you got to do, you did a great job. You're out here tonight. Out here tonight. He starts to run. What you did is you ran back this way. So when coach turned, see that lane was open? So if you went from here, when he ran back, if you would have just turned right back to here, now he turns back, you're in that lane. Go long. Who's got that? That's your taker. See, beautiful job, beautiful job. Okay, let's try it one more time, so we see it. Oh, work, deny, deny, over there, shift on over, shift, good, 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 good. Pressure, press, freeze! Oh, give it back to him. We never want a straight line pass. Whenever it's a straight line pass, it's the controller's responsibility. When it's a lob pass, he did his job. Now it's you guys a chance to pick that up. We never want straight line drives. We never want straight line passes. So we got to get a ton of pressure. And that's where you guys have got to say, pressure, pressure, pressure. Let them know that. Okay, next thing. This happens quite a bit. Inbounders inbounding the ball. You two have got to really do a good job of strong and weak. My taker, my reader, and my teaser, you three are looking at one thing mainly, and that's what? What are you looking at mainly? You're looking at the inbounder's eyes. You're looking at the inbounder's eyes. He will tell you where he's passing. If he's a good inbounder, he's going to look long first, right? So you might have to respect that. Once you respect that and he can't do it, now when he starts looking this way, what's that tell you three to do? Cheat. Cheat up. Cheat up. Okay? You have to be able to do that. You have to read his eyes. Guards coming down the court. How many times you see a guard coming down the court, look right, pass left? Normal, right? Have you ever seen an inbounder? Have you ever seen an inbounder look right and pass left on the inbound? How many guys have seen that? I haven't seen it yet. I've been coaching 31 years. His eyes will tell you where he's going to be. So you three have to really study his eyes. Now, another scenario that's going to happen, a lot of teams, a lot of times, will do 2 guards, 2.5, and they flash both at half. Teams that do that is a lot alike 4 across. We're going to put pressure on them coming up, and we got to release at a certain point. We'll see how these guys handle it. I haven't said a word to them. Ready? Go. Okay, good, good. Freeze! Very nice. I like that. When they go 4 across, listen, taker and reader can come up with them. But the guy who helps you the most is going to be the teaser, and the teaser did a great job coming all the way up there. Once they bring 4 up here, do it again, guys. Do it again. Hustle. Hustle. Once they bring 4 up, which way is his eyes facing? His eyes are looking this way. So take a reader. How you're going to come up? You're going to come up. You're going to come up. No, no, no. You don't know. Keep coming up the angle. That's fine. Because remember we talked about what if they have 4 up? They have 4 up. We don't mind if they get the ball up here. We don't want them getting on the run. So we don't want you hugging them right there. Okay? Now the inbound was looking this way. So you just stay in your quarters. You go ahead and deny. You can come on here. What happens if he gets it right there? What can the reader become right now? Psst, what's open? You got to get You got to get to your quarters. Okay, go there. Is that getting to your quarters? So what would make sense? Yes. There you go. Look at that. We're right into it. Okay, Chris, you're right here. Stay there. What do you become, Alvin? If you want to come back to that, it's great. Now the teacher has it. The more they jam it up here, the more chance you're going to have for a steal. I'm guarantee you that. Okay, here we go. Let's do it one more time. Score, play. Keep the pressure on. Pressure. Freeze. Hold it. Very nice. How many straight line passes did Blue make that time? I believe at least 5, maybe 6. So what's that mean, White? Not enough ball pressure. Blue did a great job of going pass, pass, pass. How do we want to get beat? Dribble, dribble, dribble. Perfect example right there. We'll give it one more time. You guys did a great job of showing how not to defend it. Okay, good hustle. Here we go. Bring it back, bring it back. Okay, another scenario that's going to happen against the press at times is just people flashing into the middle. When they flash into the middle, let's say wings go wide, do that. If they're going to flash middle right now, reader, that's going to be your responsibility. You can come all the way up with them. You can come all the way up with them. Now stay there. Let's just say they got a third one, not 4. They got 4, you would come up with them. So you would stay with them on that. If they throw over your head, who's got you covered? Okay, the thing we all have to understand is, remember, everybody is always guarding 2 people. You're never guarding 1. The only guy that's going to guard 1 is the guy that has the ball. If you can remember that, that'd be great. Okay, let's go through the scenario where they go out and then you kind of flash. I'm going to tell you right now, if you can get to your quarters, you solve 99% of your problems. When you don't get to your quarters, that's when the problems arise. So you got to be moving on what? Moving on a pivot, sprint on a pass. Okay, here we go. Go. Score it. Put it on. Put it on.
Here we go, here we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Take the pressure. Keep the pressure. Screen out. Okay, bring it back. Here we go. Hustle. I've always been a type of coach, I love to put pressure on people, whether it's the offensive or the defensive end. If you're going to put pressure, if you're going to press, you will get beat at times. It's something you got to be able to handle. It's the same thing as an offensive coach. I let them go. I let them go with their flow. They're going to do their thing. Defensively, the same thing. Keys to make this work, we talked about it many times. You got to have great ball pressure. You have to have great ball pressure. You guys have got to play their tails off. The next big key is they have to get to their quarters. You got great ball pressure and they get to their quarters, you're going to have a lot of things handled that way. You watch when you break down films, when they're not in their quarters, you're going to see how many times that you really get yourself in trouble. So to have that happen, there's a lot of different drills that you got to do just to get them to go hard. We talked about it earlier. Whose hard are they going to play? They're going to play their hard, they're going to play your hard. They're going to play their hard, I guarantee you, they're going to go at their speed. They're going to play my hard, they're going to go a lot faster. So as a coach, you're the one that's going to dictate that. So great ball pressure, get to your quarters, and then the whole defense begins when you get them to go with a hard dribble. Not what I call, when I say a hard dribble, I'm talking you make this guy go really hard off the dribble. Now we got the defense going. Some teams will use what I call the sucker dribble to see if you come. You can't come on the sucker dribble. You got to wait till the hard dribble. You do that, you're going to be in great shape. The defense I've just shown you, I've only shown you off a make. We take this whole defense and we actually filter it all the way down into the half court. If you get to your quarters in the half court, you get good ball pressure. Really, everything continues the same. There's a few changes that we make on that, but the philosophy of everything continues to be the same. This is our primary defense. We don't call it any certain number. It's just the way we play because we like to see a lot of pressure on the ball. This defense, again, I said, goes right along with our offense. I kind of combine them all together, the defense and the offense, because again, when that other team comes to watch us, or they know they're going to play us, they know they're going to have pressure coming down them offensively. We're going to come down their throats. We want to attack that rim. They know we're going to have pressure on them defensively. My goal is, I always try to tell my guys, we don't want any excuses. We want to find a way to win. It always would bother me when somebody would lose a game and say, well, we just didn't shoot well. I want to find a way to win the game when we don't shoot well. How can you do that? Well, if you get to the free throw line a lot more than the other team, especially the way we play with the offense, you have a chance. You may not shoot well. If we play great defense and create more turnovers, that's another way to be able to offset if you don't shoot well. So again, it's our type of defense. It's a little bit different from most, but we do love to put a lot of pressure on it.
We just reached the end of the pressure in the full court. Hopefully, learning the terminology, understanding about the quarters, that you can see how you can transfer the 2-2-1 into the hard diamond, to a soft diamond, and into a man. And you can see how it can really fit into any type of defense that you want. What we showed you was the full court. The half court actually is a continuation of the full court. There are some changes and different things that we do, but at least you got a beginning of that. Watching this, now you can see why I like pressure. I like to put pressure on people defensively. With the dribble, drive, attack offense, I like to put pressure on them offensively. I continuously want to put pressure on people on both sides of the ball. I just think it's a great way to play. I think it's a fun way to play. I wish you the best. I wish you have great success, and I wish your team the same. Take care.